Hello, it's Air36. Welcome to a new entry to my Let's Plays. Decided to do something a little different because I want to make up for the lack of a fourth game. Because I kind of decided to not do Valkyria Chronicles 4 until they release all the DLC that's available on the PS4. But that's an entirely different story. Uh, so I decided to kind of do another Fire Emblem game. This time one that whose story that I like quite a bit. And that's gonna be Genealogy of the Holy War. and for the sake of making things clear, gives us a little background. This game that I'm going to be playing, Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War, is the fourth entry in the series, fourth game in the series of Fire Emblem games. Came immediately after the other one I'm playing, Mystery of the Emblem. Well, I'm not sure how immediate it was, but it was the next one in the series. That being said, this game will spoil absolutely nothing from like the previous game. So I just decided that it would be okay to do an LP of this while I'm doing an LP of the other Fire Emblem game. Only problem I see is that I'm playing two fairly similar games, but I'm also playing another strategy game anyway. Just playing a bunch of strategy games. The only strategy game I'm not playing is The Sims. And even that could be kind of considered strategy. But without further ado, let's get into it. Getting things ready. Alright. Just let this intro play out. I'm not gonna read anything. This intro's... I mean, a lot of these Fire Emblem games start with kind of like the same kind of story where it's like, oh, there was great despair long ago. Like 100 years ago, 1,000 years ago, whatever. And it's, dragons versus humans. Although in this case, it's a little interesting. Because I may be slightly spoiling something, but there are no playable dragons in this game. There are no playable Manichees. There are only people, only humans. I believe it's the only one. No, there's also Gaiden, or Echoes. We'll say if you've played the games that take place in Leeb, which is Binding Blade and Blazing Blade, they're called. The the lore is kind of similar to those games. Kind of. Like, somewhat. In that there's, like, a bunch of heroes back in the day. This game doesn't have a class role like any of the other Fire Emblem games do. It just has this intro. I will say though, I love how the animations are handled in this game. Yeah, instead of a class role, they have this little, somewhat randomized bit where they show some scenes from the game, some of which aren't like this wouldn't happen in the ordinary game. I know what place I know where that takes place in, and it was just like, and like I don't remember there being like dragon knights in that part of the game, because I have played this game pretty much all the way through. I'm gonna leave the animations on. Some people say that makes it take forever, but this is a scene that wasn't in the game at all. Right now I do have like a few saves. But I'm gonna just start a new game. It's typically a good idea when playing this game to have like, here's some more stuff to read. I'm not going to because it just goes by too fast for me to read. But it's always a good idea to use like multiple saves in one playthrough. Particularly if you're gonna be going through for the quadruple A rank, which I'm not gonna do. That's just ridiculous. But the story begins in the year 757, which is notable because there is a somewhat sequel to this game called Thracia 776. You know, and that number indicates the year it takes place in. But anyway, let me read this. At the heart, I'm using just for clarification, I'm using a translation, and that translation is Project Naga. As far as I know, it's the best complete translation. There's another one that I played this game with. You know, so this is gonna be kind of a new experience for me. A little bit. Yeah, the other translation is alright, but has some weird mistakes. And I might point them out, I might not, I don't know. But anyway. The heart of the continent of Jugdral lies Granvale, a kingdom founded by Saint Haim of the 12 Crusaders. Supporting the royal family, the heirs of Haim, are 6 noble houses, each also descended from a crusader of old. The 6 states, while still subservient to the royal family, each occupy vast swaths of Granvale's land and maintain mighty militaries of their own. So Granvale's essentially like it's essentially the America of this world, I guess. They're the most powerful country in this continent. And they have all these different states, like independent kind of houses. They're the big superpower of this world, along with a few others, I think. Owing to King Asmer's advanced age, the governance of Granvale falls to his son, a highly respected Prince Kurth. Kurth has 2 trusted advisors in his rule: Lord Byron of House Chalfie and Lord Ring of House Jungby. Granvale's Chancellor, Lord Reptor of Friege, has long objected to the threat to his influence posed by Kurth and his advisors, and has allied himself with the avaricious Lord Langbalt of House Dozel to form a faction opposed to Kurth's rule over Granvale. The young Duke of House Velthamer, Lord Arvis, leads the royal guard in the king's care, and so has little time for the circus of politics. Only Father Claude of House Edda could foresee the oncoming storm. Into the midst of this tense situation comes dire news from Jugdrol's east. Darna, a town in the Yi Desert with deep ties to Granvale, is now besieged by savage warriors from Isaac. Reports of a brutal massacre abound. While this is going on, I want you to, kind of log this map away in your mind just a little bit, Just like kind of remember, maybe where some of the places are. Or what these places are called. Right now, particularly the ones in the south. Chalfie and Jungby. The news is met by the people of Granvale with furious cries for retribution. Before long, the kingdom declares war on Isaac. Prince Kurth leads Granvale's charge on his father's behalf, commanding the military might of the kingdom's 6 houses. At Kurth's side, as always, is none other than Lord Byron, a highly decorated hero of peerless valor in his own right. Granvale has poured its entire military might into the Isaac campaign, and precious few soldiers remain behind, with its neighbors Augustria to the west, and Verdane to the south, bound in alliance with Granvale. None dared to dream they could ever be threatened. It is not long at all, however, before the people's confidence is shattered. As if from nowhere, a vast horde from Verdane, led by Prince Gandalf, crosses the Granvale border and lays siege to Jungby Castle. Grungeby Castle. In Lord Ring's absence, his daughter, Lady Adine, is Jungby's only guardian. Lord Byron has entrusted the defense of Granvale in his absence to his son, Sigurd. remains at Chalfie Castle with a mere handful of soldiers. A friend of Aideen since childhood, Sigurd is horrified to hear of the Ljungby siege, and even with so few soldiers, is determined to protect Aideen and his fatherland from the savage Verdunite hordes. In the other translation I did, this kind of bit would be replaced with him, with like a quote from him saying, "No, you bastards!" It was kind of a fun, like it was not a proper translation, but it was kind of fun. Still, the year is 757, grand calendar, and thus the threshold of fate is cast open. Nobody could have known then that this simple disturbance was but the first of countless calamities to come. Alright, here's the prologue, Birth of Crusader. Yeah, so those are Verdane's soldiers. They're all shirtless for some reason. Well, not all of them. There's one of them that isn't. Alright. Ladies, the castle's completely surrounded. We failed you. We couldn't do anything to save you from them. It's alright, my dear. Every one of you did the best you could. Please, you needn't worry about me. You must ensure that as many of you survive this as possible. No, milady. We might not stand a chance, but every last one of us will give our lives to protect you, right to the very end. Thank you, my dear. I'm so sorry. Gandalf's army is already... Gandalf's army already has Ljungby surrounded. Aideen is in grave danger. Noish, I'm going to help here. I'm leaving Chalfie in your hands. Hold, my lord. Surely you don't intend to go all alone. Sorry, just a little because something was going on, but nearly all of our forces are already on the march to Isaac with Father. There's hardly anybody left to call upon. I need to... There we go. Wasn't able to push any. They may be simple savages, but Verdane's army is still huge. Can't risk your lives by forcing you to face them. Perish the thought, my lord. I was born tonight, and I will gladly risk dying a knight's death in your name. To allow our lord to die alone in battle would be an unspeakable disgrace. We shall be by your side every step of the way. Alec, I trust you're of the same mind? Yeah, of course. But there's more than just Ljungby at stake. You gotta stop by the nearby villages first. Those thugs will try to beat us to them. And they'll loot, massacre, and burn them all down if they do. Gotta get there first. Lend the locals a hand in locking the villages down and fortifying their defenses. Absolutely. We mustn't neglect our knightly duties to the people. Especially not at a time like this. Good point, Alec. Actually, that was all Oifei's idea. That kid's every bit the tactician they say he is. Give him a few years, and he'll be a match for his old grandpa, Lord Cessair. Oifei's still around the castle, huh? Oifei, I know you're here. You can come out now. My apologies for still being here, sire. Still, if you would allow it, I'd like to join you in battle. I can't just sit back while you risk your lives. I don't know. You're still so young. Are you sure you're ready for this? I'm already 14, sire. I may not be battle ready just yet, There's still so much I can do to support you. Well, apparently 14 is old enough for some characters to participate in battle. But anyway, please allow me to accompany you. I swear I won't let you down. Fair enough, Wayfair. After all, you've already spent 2 years training as my squire. Real battlefield experience would be fantastic for your training, but you're still definitely not up to actual combat duty for now. How about you ride with me as my advisor instead? Yes, thank you, sire, thank you. My lord, what of the defense of Chalfie itself in our absence? Leaving the castle unattended is risky. Should the enemy slip past us, an unguarded castle will fall easily and spell us all a swift end. No-ish, I'd say there's only one man who we can depend on for that, eh, Arden? Hold a moment. Why me, Alec? Sturdy as a brick wall, strong as an ox, slow as a turtle. Face it, Arden, you were born for guard duty. Pah, I'm strong and tough, I know, but you really don't need to call me slow. He has a point, Arden. Would you? You're the most apt at guard duty. Fine, I'll do it. You have to bring me along with you at least once. I don't want to be left out of the action. Alright, men. It's time to set out. Let's start by assisting the villages, and then it's onward to Jungbi. Alright, so here we are. We start with 3 or 4 whole units. I'd say 3 because we're not going to be using Arden. Because he really is slow. And, remember how I told you to, kind of keep in mind where all the places are? Like, for example, Chalfie's, kind of, in the mid-southern area of Granvale. Well, about, I'd say about a quarter of the way to the east, or west. Ugh. You have Jungbi, which is here on this map, and then even further to the, across the nation's border. Yes, so we're literally trekking across the nation, like half the nation, to get to the enemy. This game is kind of ridiculous in some ways, I will say that. So this game is a little different from Mystery in a few ways. And I'll talk about them as they come along, but one of the main things I want to point out, aside from the fact that Sigurd is pretty much the most powerful of this bunch of jokers, is that, in this game you have skills here. You have skills which, can significantly impact how, combat goes. For example, normally, in Mystery of the Emblem, everyone had the ability to double. And they would double if they had at least 3 points more attack speed than the enemy. However, in this game, that idea was thrown out the window. And now, instead of that, you have only some units who can double attack. And the main skill for that is Pursuit, which only half of our team right now has. Noish doesn't have it, and Arden doesn't have it. So that means basically that like most units that don't have Pursuit are kind of not good. Luckily, you get a lot of units that have Pursuit, so it's not that big of a deal. And there's also a certain item that enables units to double. But aside from, you know, Pursuit, which is the only thing Sigurd needs to be OP, you also have Noish with Critical. And yes, that's another thing, is units don't have an innate ability to critical attack. Or to initiate criticals, so you won't have, like, fucking... Like, you won't have, like, Ogma in this game landing criticals every, like, left and right all the goddamn time. Ogma Navarre. Unless he has this skill. And also is dependent on a certain stat with weapons, which I'll get to as well. But, you know, and there's also a cost, or it's sometimes called charge, and that's to, like, if they're fast and they also have enough health to continue going on, they'll initiate a second round of combat, which includes another enemy strike, which is not always a good thing. Alec also has a Pursuit, which doesn't make him as good as Sigurd, but, you know, it'll allow him to do some damage, do more damage than Noish can, I think. And then there's also Nihil, which is sometimes called Awareness, and that prevents a whole fuck ton of bonus damages against him. If he were a flying unit, this would be very useful for him because this would prevent bonus damage from bows and wind magic. And Arden just has Vantage, which if you played more recent Fire Emblem games, you know, like I think the Radiance games, and the 3DS games, particularly Awakening and Fates, you know what this is, but it's like when they're below a certain threshold with their health, which is like halfway. When they're down to half their health or lower, they will attack first if they can attack the enemy, which is another useful skill. But anyway, let's start on this. So we got these guys. By the way, there is also another stat I should point out, because this helps make Sigurd OP in these first two chapters. So, axes have enormous weight. Compare that, just look at that. Weight of 3 versus weight of 18. That affects attack, or that affects attack speed. And basically, none of these guys are going to be able to prevent a double from Sigurd or Alec, because they all have shit speed. Well, actually, that's kind of okay for level 1 mooks, but they have but their attack speed is just awful because of their axes. You'll find that this game kind of seems to divide units into, like, certain tiers. Like, it's a sharp divide. How good some units are and how bad other units are. Alright, so I'm gonna have my save be on 3. Yes, 3. I'm also gonna save here. Alright. So yeah, this game has auto-saving, which is very, 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 very useful. Because, I mean, like I said, traveling across like half the continent, and this is just the prologue. I mean, like, this game only has like 10 chapters, or actually 12 technically, if you include this one in the epilogue, which I would. But counting those, and counting, you know, it's 12 chapters, but they're all, like, freaking huge. They're massive. Alright. But, because we don't have an innate critical stat, there's no display for the for critical hits. Now, if we put Sigurd here, he will not be able to get hit at all by this guy. That's how good he is. He already is able to completely dodge 100% of their attacks. He also has these things called leadership stars or authority stars. They give bonuses to hit rate and void and other things, I think, to any units that are within 3 spaces of him, including himself, so he gets the benefit of those leadership stars. Sigurd is pretty powerful, and it's not displayed in that little menu. I don't know why this shadow is always weird. Alright. Forgot to also show Gandalf. Yeah, 60 HP, look at that. Ah, shit. I got this new mouse pad away for Christmas. Oh, well, actually, I got it for myself, but, along with, you know, other gifts. But I got this for myself. I'm always out shopping for gifts for other people. But, yeah, I got, this guy has 60 HP. He looks like he might be pretty terrifying, like, and you see that he has 18 speed, which is enough to negate or to cross the threshold of normal axes weights, but he's using a hand axe, so he's still in the negatives with that. So he still can't really avoid being doubled. But, guy's kind of screwed, though, still. And you'll see why right now. You curse seriously haven't seized this beauty castle yet? Useless, a lot of you. Out of my way. Do it myself. You! Not bad for being here all on your lonesome. I've had enough of your struggling. And that's why he's screwed. Lady, give. They scream when they die. Dear. Well, well. Looks like we have quite the gem here. And Jungbi's princess to boot. You're coming home with me, dearie. Listen up, DiMaggio. I'm heading back. You and Gerard are in charge. Yes, sir. Ha! Relax. Won't be long. And I'll be bringing Kimbe Slot along for the fun. When I do, all Granvales are oyster. Even Valhalla ought to be easy pickings. One with nobody around to stop us. The kingdom's all ours, boys. Leave it to us, sir. Oi! Quit your dawdling. We don't have all day, you know. Alright, now watch this. Yes. Yeah, watch this. Look at this. Like a quarter of the way across the country. In one turn. Like, Jesus Christ. Just this huge stroll. This long stroll. Just, you know, just going across the entire fucking map. I fucking love this game for some like all the right reasons and all the wrong reasons. Cut the bridge. I'll have none of those Granvale worms crossing here. Yes, sir. Oi, Gerard. I'm going back to Marfa for now. You're in charge of the board. Stay sharp, but clear. Yes, sir. But, your lordship, who's that there dame you have? Spoils them all, my boy. She's coming along back to Marfa to marry me. What do you think, a real keeper, eh? I'll say, just looking at her is making my mouth water. Back off, this one's mine. You'll have your pick of all Granvale once we're done here. Keep it in your pants a little longer, yeah? What else? Gods above, I implore you, bestow upon these men a hint of human decency. Oi! What are you mumbling about? Now, we're out of here. No dawdling, you hear? Get to work, boys. Our next stop's Chalfie. Don't forget to milk the villagers for all they got. Listen to this snapping tune. Look at that shit. He just kills them in one hit. Yeah, these guys think they have a legitimate chance against this. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, all Granville's yours for the taking, huh? Yeah. Sure. Whatever you say, boys. Still love this snapping tune, though. Oh, and hey, look, more units. It looks like we made it in time, Lex. By the look of it, Sigurd's staring down the entire Verdane army with just a handful of men. Bet he'll be glad for the help. Jeez, Alex. Alex. Hazel. But geez, Hazel, I can't believe I let you drag me into yet another mess like this. With the war in Isaac going on, there's hardly anyone left to defend Grandvale. Sigurd's few knights are all we have, and they're out here risking their lives on behalf of the entire country. I couldn't just leave them to die. We both know there's more to it than that. Come on, Hazel, what's the real reason we're here? I have no idea what you mean. It's that Lady Adinga Jumbie, isn't it? Come on, everybody knows you like her. You just came for her sake, didn't you? No, of course not. You don't. Really? Then why's your face beat red? Looks like somebody's got a girlfriend. Let's knock it off. Come on, we've wasted enough time. Got it. Time to teach these Verdanites thugs a lesson or two. What the fucking hell? So, Lex has got a skill we haven't seen. Paragon, which makes him pretty useful, I will say. And he also has to talk to Sigurd. Same with Hazel, actually. Another thing I'll show right now. Since we have multiple units to demonstrate this with. If you press, I think it's, what is it, A or B on the, one of those buttons on the SNES. But if you press that, if you press a certain button, you get to see this chart here. It shows, you know, all these Holy Crusader names. And they have, you know, weapons next to them. And normally for most units, or for a lot of units, you know, this is just what it looks like. But if you mosey on over down to Lex Dozel, look at here. He's got a little bit of a little light orb. Blue orb here on the near section. So in this game you have what this mechanic, this internal mechanic for most units known as like Holy Blood, and that does a number of things. Roast dog. You know, like with Hazel, he has a different type of Holy Blood, Vala. You know, and Sigurd here has this flashing one, actually, from Baldur. Now, what this indicates, depending on if it's flashing or not, is either major or minor Holy Blood, which means that if they're of Holy Descent, they will have that will be indicated in the chart there, and that does a number of things. Generally speaking, it makes them more powerful. There are some hidden mechanics with it. You know, and by hidden mechanics I mean it affects growth rates, but there's also another mechanic which will be demonstrated much later, I think. Actually, no, not much later. I can think of a moment soon. Now I'll demonstrate further what I'm talking about. But we'll have Nosh go here. And Alec will sacrifice his life defending this village. Or die trying. I don't even know what the fuck that means, by the way. Just kind of said it. Oh yeah, and I forgot to show also, or I forgot to talk about this other mechanic. It's exclusive to horsemen. But it's this thing called Canto, where if they take an action, like they attack an enemy, they can, you know, then move further. Like they can move the rest of their movement if they haven't moved that far already. You know, which is pretty useful as well. Yeah, so we got them axe boys. Or axe boy, who again is using an axe, but that doesn't really matter too much for him. Like, it doesn't matter for players too terribly much, because most of the units, like, most of the enemies don't have innate pursuit, so they can't double in the first place. But, I mean, he also can't double, but he's not able to double anyway. But, and those who do are using swords, and you just do not want to have him fight against sword units at all. Alright, let's save this village. I think Azel will actually be able to kill him in one round of combat, yeah. Alright, and this guy... do I want him to visit? The thing is about these villages is that, like, there's a finite amount of them, and everyone has their own gold. Everyone has their own money. Sigurd has 5,000. Alec has 2,000. God damn it. It's not shared amongst the army, and neither are our items. Like, everyone has their own items as well, so you gotta be kind of a little choosy with who gets what. Sigurd also has this iron lance, which is useful if he gets, like, really overpowered to the point where, like, because if they cannot hit or damage him, if they cannot hit him they cannot damage him, then they will they'll ignore him, and we don't want that, because we want Sigurd to be able to be killing everyone. Now I'm trying to move him along the field here so that he doesn't get hit by the enemy. It'd be nice if he can go through without getting hit once. Alright. In the turn. I don't know why you moved that way, but okay. Interesting move, buddy. Not gonna save you, but interesting move nonetheless. I just love this tune. Just snapping. I believe leadership stars actually give him, you know, like one or they give him 10 hit, plus 10 hit per, and plus 10 avoid per star. So actually, he has 2 stars. So he has enough to actually avoid their attacks entirely. If he's standing on grass. So, but they don't take leadership stars into consideration. Yeah, like these villages don't get destroyed in 1 turn, but yeah, that's right, more units. Good, we aren't too late. Price Sigurd is still unhurt. I'm sure my brother's doing fine out here, but it won't be easy without a magic user in his ranks. I want to do all I can as a healer to help out and save lives. Juan, I'm sorry I dragged you into this mess as well. I know Chalfie isn't my family anymore. Now that we're married, I couldn't just sit back and do nothing. Thank you so much for coming. Not just for me, but from Sigurd. There's no need to thanks, Ethlin. Sigurd is every bit as important to me as he is to you, remember? He's my brother-in-law now. After all, I couldn't possibly leave you to fight all alone. Thank you, dear. Thank you so much. My lord, my lady, we should hurry. Lord Sigurd is still waits us on the battlefield just ahead. Alright, yes, save. Should probably set the message speed to higher. Because I hate pressing A to have it show more. Alright. Alright. Now we got more horse people. Adept here, this skill is like a less good version of Pursuit. There is a chance that if he activates this, he'll attack twice before the enemy does. However, it's only a chance-based activation. But he does have Holy Blood from Nova. He's the Thracian king. Or prince. Or not from Thracia. He's from... I mean, he's from the Thracia Peninsula, but he's the Thracian, or he's the Prince of Leinster. We have Finn, who has no holy blood at all whatsoever. He's the retainer of Juan. He has Pursuit and Miracle. Which is a special little thing. That is pretty useful. Basically, if he gets to low health, like below 10 HP, like if you know how to use this, it's great. But if he gets below 10 HP, his avoid rate starts going up. And if he gets to like 1 HP, like his avoid goes up to 100. It's pretty ridiculous if you know how to use it. And then we have Ethlin, who is Sigurd's sister. And so she has Balder blood, but only minor. And that's because Holy Blood, Major Holy Blood, usually only passes to one descendant, one member of a generation. There are some exceptions, and they're kind of weird, but They're not always sensible, but... So you should be able to handle, like, all these guys. And yes, it's a very good idea to be using Sigurd exclusively for this. So you remember how they were all boasting about... Let's see. Ah, that's a pretty good level. Really good level. Only got more speed, but you know what? More strength and defense, you know, that's good. But you remember how those guys were all boasting about how they were gonna take over all of, like, they were gonna take over the whole kingdom, right? Yeah, I think those dreams are now shattered. Now that Sigurd has come onto the scene. It's just enough of an attack stat to destroy this man. Well, I did a crit anyway, so it wouldn't have even mattered. I'm kind of mad though, because he could have used that for better usage. Oh, thank the gods! We're saved! We can't thank you enough. Here, the whole family, the whole village... I guess the whole village is their family. The whole village did their bit to raise some money for you. It's not much, but we hope it helps out there. Be sure to lend the other villages a hand, too. I bet they'll be happy to help you out right back. So yeah, if we save these villages at in a good enough state, they'll they'll give us a lot of money. Let's see. Anyone that's half burnt down. Nope. But you saw how, like, this house got half burnt down and then fully burnt down. Each instance of getting, you know, of a burning of a house, it's like 500 gold lost. So because we lost one house, which is like worth 1,000, each of these houses is worth like 1,000, I guess. So like because we lost a house, we lost 1,000 gold. Alright, but anyway, yeah, it's a good idea to try to get to these houses as soon as possible. I mean, in the case of these units, they don't really need houses to go to these villages. Whatever. For sounding disgusting. Alright, so this guy's using a hand axe against us, so he's kind of stupid. Thinking that it'll somehow hit us at some point, maybe. Oh yeah, by the way, this is our first healer, Ethlin. Very useful. Some snaps. And he's attacking our first healer. Good. But because he's using a hand axe, he sucks at it. Shit. Oh yeah, that's right, he attacks first if he's in dire straits. None of these guys, well, this archer is the only guy that has any chance of hitting him. But he didn't. He whiffed it. Oh wow, these guys do have a chance of hitting him. But that's only like a 4% chance. So it's very... that guy got a very lucky hit in. It's probably not gonna happen again. Quite amazing that one of them hit him. So I guess those stars are like a +5 to avoid. I got it all wrong. Alright, we're gonna need to help them out. But not yet. I'll be right back, I need to get a drink. Alright. So, Sigurd got hit once. You know, a decent amount of damage. But not enough. However, our friend Lex is in dire straits. So his dear friend, Hazel, is gonna help him out. Yeah. Like coming down with something, I feel a little weird, a little funny. Not the haha kind of funny. If I did this, this would be a lot funnier. Let's see. So yeah, this Ferdinite thug decided that it'd be fun to be a good idea to pick on our dudes here. Finn disagrees. Thinks it's a very bad idea and that he should fucking stop. By the way, lances are like kind of mid-tier weapons. And I say, you know, I put them in tiers, or, you know, everyone tends to put them in tiers because, like, some weapon classes in this game are just objectively better than others. Swords are like some of the best physical weapons in the game, for example. And the reason for this is because weight has a significant impact on how combat is handled. Let's kill this bowman. Ah, shit. That's not quite what I wanted, but whatever. It's fine. Juan's gonna have to help out. Oh, but that means that this guy's gonna go after him instead. See, it's kind of going to plan, maybe. Possibly. Alright, Alec. Alright, smart Alec, let's do this. Yeah. Alright, let's see what kind of level he gets. Ugh. Oh, that's terrible. One thing I like about this translation over the other one is the font. I like the font in this one better. I think I will be using Finn a bit. Alec and Noah, I'm not sure. I don't think they're good enough for that. Yeah, Axeman. Just got the master plan. He isn't in range of any of our... Or I mean of Lex. Hey, good job. As the ace. As the ace. Oh, okay. Okay, I guess. Ouchies. No goy. You ain't doing that. Alright. This is gonna be a pain, because this guy can actually... Are you fucking shitting me? What are you doing, man? Sigurd needs help and you're whiffing it. You're whiffing it, man. You're whiffing it. Whatever. Kill and be done with him. Alright. Oh, hang on. Let me just reset my console real quick. See, if you don't like a level, what you do, go in, you reset, do something else. Maybe a couple other things to really help the RNGesus make a decision. Time to heal. This healing music is much better than the one in Mystery, I think. It's not creepy. I don't feel like I'm gonna be attacked by, like, some Wendigo or something. Alright. Alright, you should be able to kill. And kill he shall. Alright, Sigurd, you can get a better stat growth than the one I saw previously. Maybe I don't remember exactly how RNs go in this game. You know, I got 3 stats, I don't fucking care anymore. I should have paid attention when I read that one guide. There we go. Alex, can you go ahead and move some? Alec can. Actually, I'm gonna want to give somebody the village in a boy. In a Boeing and Evelyn, because those are weaker ones. So yeah, I'll have Finn go towards one of them, maybe. Mr. Axe Boy here, he's gonna think that he can't hit Sigurd, which is justified. I think these are all the units we get in this chapter, aside from one guy that I know we get. I got like another 7 turns to save these things. Alright. I want to move Lex friend over down this way. One other thing I forgot to point out is because they are Quan and Ethlin are lovers, which incurs certain benefits. One of those is the give gold option. They can give all their gold to their spouse, and vice versa. Like, either one can give all their gold to the other, which is pretty fucking good. Any of these other chuckle fucks have it now, I know. You know, just fucking heal him already. Need some goddamn health, just like Arthur needs to have some goddamn faith. Some goddamn faith. I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2 because I just got it for Christmas. Pretty good. It has been pretty good. I haven't quite beat it yet. Anyway, but yeah, Ethelyn has the ability to talk to our good friend Sigmund Freud. Sigurd, oh, you're unharmed. Great to see you too. Thanks for coming. I pressed A too fast. I'm not adjusted to this text speed. Even though I played the whole game with this text speed. I just couldn't stay away when I heard of Verdane's attacks. It's such a relief to know you're okay. Oh, come now. Did you really think I was about to lose to Verdane? I'd heard that Chalfie barely has any soldiers left behind, given that most of the army is away in Isaac. And, let's face it, I can't remember the last time you didn't just leap straight into a crisis without thinking. With Father away at war, I knew I had to come. Someone has to save you from yourself, after all. Wow. Feels as if I was getting this very lecture only yesterday. I swear, after Mother passed away, it was you who single-handedly kept us in check. Once you went off to marry Quan, we could have sworn that Father finally had a proper little lady for a daughter. But no, nothing's changed at all. I feel so sorry for Quan. Sirda, I'm only what you and your father made me. If I'm a fuss spot, then it's squarely your fault. Perhaps if the two of you hadn't been so unkempt. Perhaps you're right. Listen, Ethel. You might not act like it, but everything you've done means the world to us. So sorry for all the trouble I've always caused you. And thank you so much for coming. Sigurd. Oh yeah, I forgot the fucking... the classic Japanese ellipses for dialogue. How could I forget? Alright, kill. Murder. Mayhem. Yes. Alright. I'm gonna put him there because that's a plain spot. Where else is Rose? And I'm sure this guy is gonna try to attack Sigurd. These guys only... These three men are only here to defend the castle. Alright, so... Gotta be able to hit this one. I forgot that he has a hand axe. Whoops. Alright, this guy's attack says 18. This is 7, so that means that I receive 11 damage. Not good, but whatever. Unless he dodges it, that'd be nice. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be nice if he dodged a 72% hit rate? Of course he didn't. Why would he? Alright, he's gonna have to retreat now. You know what, just in case. Alright, so... Okay, everyone's been used up. Everyone's spent. Alright, asshole. Come at me. Yeah, it's about what I expected, honestly. Alright. I mean, seriously, look at this. Look at this bullshit. It's ridiculous. Mr. Crabman, meat sword. Meat sword. Alright, Sigmundfreud. I don't know why I call him that. Friend Lex is almost here. And almost dead. Alright, Azel's just gonna keep going. Hopefully he'll get to that village someday. One of these days. One of these days. Yeah, I'll be able to hit him without dying. Nah, not that one. Sigurd in this chapter is what I like to call Mr. Popular because everyone wants to talk to him. Sigurd, glad to see you in one piece. What are you? We heard about the Verdane attack and couldn't just leave you be. We're here to do what we can. But what about Leinster? Aren't your hands full there, keeping an eye on Thracia? Indeed. That's why Finn is the only knight here with me. The Land's Ritter are all back at home, in Father's command. Is that so? Oh, and I'm so sorry for pulling you into this mess, too. I know you're... Sorry? Surely you jest, Sigurd. Don't you recall our old pledge? Calm now. How could you forget? All those years ago, when we were students at the Valhalla Academy? You, me, Helgen, dear friends and fierce rivals in equal measure? Surely you call that night. Talking late about our hopes and dreams, pledging our aid to one another in times of need. Ah, yes, of course. I remember it well. Excellent. Now, shall we? Both of us here. What could those Verdane savages possibly have? Never forget, Sigurd. I'm here for you, now and forever. I'll not let you lose to those lowlives. He's 100% hit rate, so might as well. Yeah. Yeah. He's on death's door, yeah. And speed, you know, I guess that's good for him. Here's the slime sword. No, it's Slim Sword, but it's funny to call it the Slime Sword. his steel sword is already down to like 22 uses left. And you know what the funny thing about that is? It doesn't even really matter that much. Okay, I'm fucking seared over hardcore right now. Okay, not really, because he's pretty good even if he doesn't get any stats. Come on, you grand-fitted cowards, come at me. I'll crush the lot of ya. Here he comes. Oh no. Oh no. Now we got like, what, like 3 turns to sit, or no, not 3 turns, that's like 5 turns to save them. Which is still plenty. Alright. Her main way of leveling up is through healing. Oh yeah, and there's also another mechanic I should see if I can get to proc. It'll be by placing Ethelyn here, having Sigurd attack. But first, let's see if I can knock this guy down a peg or 2. Well, if I want to knock him down a peg or 2, I'm gonna have to attack directly. Alright, so this should be okay for him as long as, well, there's no crit rates for any of the enemies. Unless they have, I don't fucking know. I don't even know if the enemy's even capable of criticals. I believe I'll let this village go to Finnaboing. Here you go, Finnaboing. Oh, you came to save us. I was so sure this was the end. Take this trinket. It's the least I can do. They call it a speed ring. Slip this magic band on, and you'll be as nimble as a feather. Go on, try her out. Your enemies will be too slow to hit you. Yeah, Sigurd actually really does not want to be using this because then he'll have a 100% dodge rate against all the enemies and he'll be OP. I mean, I guess depending on your playstyle, I don't know. Maybe some people will want to. Never mind that. Time to talk. Mouse over here. It's been a while, huh, Lord Sigurd? Lex! Take it you're here to help us as well? Yeah, Hazel kind of dragged me into it. I swear, I can't say no to that twerp. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Lex? But what about your father, Lord Langbald? Does he know you've come here? Hell no! You know as well as I how much my father loathes you. There's no way he'd ever let me help House Chalfie, even if his life depended on it. I had to slip out behind his back. Just so we're clear, Sigurd, I'm not here for you. Hazel's my best friend, and he really wanted to help. That's all. A bit harsh, but thanks for coming all the same. Any help is greatly appreciated. Well, I'll do what I can. Those Verdane dogs have had the run of our land long enough. Yeah, they have. We're about to get it back. Pretty much right this instant. No, this isn't right. Did you like that sound effect? And siege and besiege. Sire, there's a young knight collapsed over there. That's Midir. Hold on, Midir. What's happened here? Sigurd. Are you alright, Midir? Where's Aideen? I don't know, but Gandalf. That's all I need to hear. Midir, I'll do all I can to rescue her. You stay here and rest up. I can't, sir. I gotta help. I can't stand staying here, knowing those thugs will have her. Jungby seized. Alright, now let's move everyone else up. We're gonna keep a constant motion. Save them villages and shit. Particularly Azel, because he's the closest one to this guy. I'm not too worried about this one. I'll be able to save it. But, that one to the northwest is, like, getting boned hard. Alright. Aw, DiMaggio stuffed it, huh? Should've known he was worthless. Prince Gandalf's not gonna like this. Put the breach back up, boys. We ain't gonna blow it like DiMaggio. Literally, their only defense against us, and they're putting it, or they're our only method of getting over there, and they're putting it right back up, so that we can invade their country and destroy them. Like that idiot has sealed the fate of all of Verdane. And if you think I am kidding, wait until you actually see what happens next chapter. Oh, but first, when His Majesty asked me to observe the battle, I hardly expected to see Chalfie struggle so against simple barbarians. Sigurd. So this is all you've amounted to. Oh, by the way, that's Azel's brother. Alvis. I've been called Argus in this, but look at these stats. Fucking Christ. Look at that attack stat. 70 magic damage against 36 HP, saber resistance. Yeah, I think most of these guys will die in one hit. In fact, all these guys will die in one hit. Every single one of them dies in one hit to this guy. Let's move everyone up a little bit. Up and up. Up, up, up. Up, up, up. Alright, by the way, Midir is just absolutely fine. He's just peachy right now. Took no damage from that near-death experience. Oh wait, no. Put her here. Yes, heal Lex. Lex is my tank. Or one of my tanks anyway. Not as tanky as Sigurd. Sigurd is super tanky. Alright, Madeir is gonna help out. Gonna lend a helping hand. Archers in this game, pretty decent, I guess. Like their weight, the bow's weights are like between lances and swords. Eh. Oh shit. Hang on. Oh fuck. Because my freaking I accidentally unplugged my goddamn. Yeah, I have to reset this. Actually, no, I have to turn this off and then. Oh my god. I'm sorry. So sorry about that. That was stupid. Not like I did really much of anything anyway. Just speed it along and then. That's a nice thing about auto saving and in this game is that I did all this progress and we're still okay. Despite the fact that I had to reset. Alright, but anyway, let's get this archer shit done with. Unless he's gonna miss those shots. Oh, okay, he's gonna go again. Okay, I'm fine with that. What skills does he have again? Yeah, he has a cost. Okay, so that's why that happened. But yeah, they're brothers. These two. But he's actually not going to be going for Azel. He's going to be trying to make his way towards Sigurd. You'll see why in just a moment, honestly, because well, maybe not just a moment, but you know what. You know what I mean. I feel sorry for freaking Arden. He's missing out on all this. I'm not gonna be using Arden, I don't think. At least not too much. There's one thing I could think of to use him for. Alright, here are the archers. There's the church, there's the steeple. Open up the doors. Dumb shit people. He moves on the enemy phase for some reason. Alright, yeah, these churches here, they'll heal you for a price, but it's very, very, very minuscule. Alright, let's have our good friend Hazel, the hazelnut boy, kill already. This guy just needs to die already. Alright. So now we have this whole army to deal with. Now, a sensible thing would be to send Sigurd to kill most of them. And everyone else will do hit and run. and kind of hang back a little bit. Okay, so he's gonna go again. Great. Lovely. Oh my god. Oh, that's ridiculous. This game is great. I love it. I love stupid shit like that. Hey, she leveled up. Hmm. Everyone's getting HP and strength. Everyone's gonna be swole, but they're gonna be bad at practically everything else. I like how they both have 100% hit rates on each other. Right, we want to be a little bit careful because even as powerful as our army might seem, there's still a chance that one of these guys could, die. As small of a chance as that seems. Alright. Here they come. Archer boys first. About what I expect. Yeah, okay. Yep. Alright, cool. Cool. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yeah, this guy's dead. This fucking guy. This fucking guy. Oh. Come on, I know you could do better levels than that. I know you can. Just like in Mystery of the Emblem, it doesn't matter. I'm feeding all these to like basically a pre-promoted unit. Because that's what Sigurd is. Sigurd is a pre-promoted unit. Just like Quant. But it actually matters even less. You'll find out why at some point. I don't want to talk about everything because then I'm gonna bog down this LP and I don't want to do that. I wanted to keep a good pace. Good job, man. You are a fine man. You are a good man. Let's see, do I want to? Yeah. Master Art. Whoa. No, that's not the right voice. The Master Archers of House Jungville bear descent from the archery god. Our noble Duke Lord Ring has twin daughters as well as a younger son. Alas, the Duke lost one of the girls to pirates years and years ago. She was just a little lass. Lady Adine's still here. Well, no, she's not. She's in Verdain right now. But Lady Adine's still here, but the son, Lord Andre, is away with his Lord Father on the Isaac campaign. Rumor has it, though, But the two aren't getting along well now that the boy is grown. There. Alright, Lex. You do your thing. Murder. Look at how much experience he got from that. That's the power of Paragon. Paragon only playthrough. Nah. Let's see. Hazel still needs to talk to Sigurd. Sigmund. Sigmund Freud. No, not there. For fuck's sake. Learn how to move. Bam. Bam. Let's see, how much HP does everyone have? You know, let's see what Nosh does, and then I'll take it from there. One whole point of experience in the next level. Okay, he got magic. That was unexpected. I mean, entirely unexpected. Okay. Oh boy. 8 points in luck. 8 points in defense. Good. Very good. Alright. You don't need healing. Fuck off. Recovery band. You know, so even if he were to get damaged, as unlikely as that is, the only way you'd be able to get damaged, by the way, is if he fought this guy, pretty much. Alright. Like, I guess he can get damaged by these axe users, but, like, thing is, like, even if he gets damaged at all, this thing right here will ensure that he's never gonna fucking die in this chapter. You know, just to make absolutely certain that he's not gonna die. They made it so that he has this recover band. The only way they'd be able to beat him is if every single enemy unit was still alive. If every enemy unit was still alive and they all came at him at the same time in one turn. And even then, I don't think they'd be able to beat him. They would need like 30 of them. They would need 30 of these axe guys to attack him all at once. Alright, Sigmund Freud, I know you could do it. Oh yeah, that's right. Coming for me. Better watch out. Oh, ouchies. He actually hit me. Oh, look at these guys. Look at these idiots. These archers are kind of stupid, aren't they? Or all these units are kind of stupid. Alright. Alright, let's do this, man. Thing, dude, whatever you are. Crab. These crabmen. Ouchies. There we go. Madeir's getting some kills in. This is like just look at that. Look at that good level. Look at this good dodging too. Oh shit. Something different happening. Oh shit. Alright. Have a chat. Nah. First Sigurd will take care of this guy, and then a chat shall commence. Yeah, I think this will be good, right? Yeah, yeah, that'll be good. I don't think anyone else has to. Sorry, that might be irritating to look at, but I just looking through the things. Yeah, so it's just Azel that needs to talk to our good friend Sigmund Freud. forget one of the rewards. Not like it'd matter that much, but Alec will get another one. You know what? No, he'll get both actually. Alright, let's have a chat, you and I. Lord Sigurd, so relieved to see you're unharmed. Hazel, from Velvar, what are you doing here? I'm here with Lex. We want to do whatever we can to fight the Verdunite invasion. Please allow us to fight by your side. We won't let you down. Of course. I couldn't ask for better help. What of your brother, Lord Alvis? Isn't he... Is he alright with you helping out? No. He's been tasked with command of the Royal Guard. He made it clear that I wasn't supposed to leave Valhalla at all. Did he now? I can only imagine the scolding that you'll be in for later. I know this is a dreadful thing to say, but to be honest, I'm terrified of all this. Sometimes when I'm around him, it feels as if I'm only a nuisance to him. Is that right? Well, whatever your reasons, I'm just glad that you're here, Hazel. You're more than welcome to stay for as long as you want. Thank you, sir. Wow, it's just like all the rumors say. He's nothing like Alvis. Alright, let's have another shootout. That may sound like an angry sigh, but that's only because it is. Hey. Resistance? Okay. That's an interesting replacement for, like, good stats. Right, here come Lex with the kill. This guy just soars in levels. It's ridiculous. And a lot of his stats are like plus, defense and plus strength. Alright, well, I'll have no-ish to hit him once. Nah, you're gonna stay right there. You know why? Because we gotta box this guy in. That's why. That's why everyone's staying where they are. Just to make sure. Just to make sure. Look at that level. That's a decent level. It's only decent, though. Could be better. Alright, you've used everyone. Alright, here we come. It has been too long, Master Sigurd. Lord Alvis. But why are you? His Majesty is concerned with the crisis here, and he bade me to come and observe. He also entrusted me with this gift for you. It's a silver sword. A gift from His Majesty? Oh, what an honor. Lord Alvis, be sure to pass my deepest gratitude for this on to the king. very well. Incidentally, Sigurd, rumor has it that my brother Azel is among your forces. I presume this is true? Sorry about that. It sounded as if he came behind your back, but I couldn't turn him away. If at all possible, would you mind if he remained with me for a while longer? I see. So as long as you keep him safe, then. He and I may have different mothers, but Azel is still my only brother. I'd prefer if he remained by my side. But perhaps this is how it must be. I'll entrust Azel to you, Sigurd. Be sure that he learns from this experience. You can leave it to me, Lord Alvis. Once we're done here, I'll do what I can to convince him to go home. Good to hear it. Now, I must return to His Majesty's side in the capital. I'm entrusting this crisis to you, Sigurd. Alright, now, if you thought he was OP before, now he's got something that deals even more damage. Or, like, pretty much no drawbacks whatsoever. Got this fucking silver sword. He's gonna be able to destroy everything now. Alright, Alec, you'll visit these places. The lords of this land, House Chalfie, have been revered as most magnificent swordsmen for generations. It's no wonder, being that they bear the bloodline of Baldur, the god of light of old. Those Verdine thugs are lucky Lord Byron isn't around with his holy sword, Tearfing. They wouldn't stand a chance. Yeah, they really wouldn't. They'd be... Because Tearfing is basically like that fall flame that Elvis was carrying. I mean, different stat boost, but it still deals like a fuck ton of damage. Alright, now it's time to lick wounds. At least a little. Not too much. I do want to... Mostly just want to have, you know, you might as well attack. Ah, fuck. Only 3 to 54. I'll try. Wait. He has no... God hell, you Grand Vale dogs. I had a feeling he was gonna miss, but whatever. Sigurd will assist with his leadership stars. I don't want to give every kill to Sigurd. I know I've been kind of heavily favoring him. But, I do want to have an actual army by the end of this. Alright, Alec. Smart Alec. You need to go. Oh, he needs to go all the way over here. Well, I guess, first things first will be healing, actually. There we go, he levels up. It like levels up every other attack. Oh, wait a sec. No bows, you coward. That ain't a fair fight. Oh, shut up. Let D go. No! Mr. Crabman, no. Don't hit me. You aren't allowed to hit me. Fuck you.
Yes, it's so good, isn't it? Yes. It's good level. It's very good. Yes.
He's gonna heal all that, isn't he? No. But he healed most of it. Not quite the level you need, dude. Okay. So 14. Oh wow, they deal the same amount of damage. Yeah. Alright, so what's this? 30. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Alright. How about this? Sorry, my phone my 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 fucking computer's getting all crunchy. Crunchy dunchy. Wait, does she have any? Wait, she does have critical. That's alright. It's a skill she has. Alright. Time for round 2, motherfucker. Madeira's very, very angry. Oh shit. Apparently not angry enough to do you in for good. Ah, fuck off, dude. Oh my god. This guy just will not die. I guess Azel will get the kill. Unless Azel misses. Entirely possible. But you have to miss twice. And with that hit rate, there's no way he's gonna miss twice. Ah ha ha! Too bad for you. Me ain't gonna see that damn Prince Gandalf's already. Alright. So, I don't want to focus on Arden, please. Just want to have her heal some units. Heal botting is a practical. Okay, maybe it's not that practical. Alright, let's get our good friend into this village. Pay attention, kid. Weapons aren't created equal. Yeah, that's damn certain in this fucking game. See, swords, best axes, axes, best lances, and lances, best swords. There's right here's why you've gotta use your head before you blunder into battle. Speaking of battle, you ever find yourself hurting out there? Chapel's the best place to go. You ain't free mind. Every bit of health you regain there'll cost 5 gold pieces, but you can't put a price on your health. Except only you literally told me that you can put a price on your health, but yeah, but honestly, it's not that bad. Healthcare in Jugdral is apparently better than the American healthcare system. If it was like the American healthcare system, it'd be 500 gold pieces per every hit point. Alright, but let's finish this chapter up. I don't think there's anything else I gotta do. Let's see. It's, yeah, that's... Yeah, there's this little map feature in this game. It's kind of nifty. Yeah, no other villages need to be saved. Saved, quote unquote. Sire, we've completed our search of the castle. Lady Adine is nowhere to be found. Blast. Where could she be? She was most likely taken deeper into Verdane before he arrived. I hope she's alright. They won't let them get away with this. They can run, but until they surrender Adine, they won't escape me. Here comes a contingency, or rather... Oh, I gotta love this, the 16-bit audio machine. Sire, an envoy from His Majesty is seeking an audience with you. Lord Sigurd, your performance in this battle was outstanding. His Majesty is highly pleased. and has thus proclaimed your ordination as a paladin of the realm. I hardly deserve such an honor, sir. I pledge my undying fealty to His Majesty. From here, it is imperative that you hold Evans. We can ill afford to lose such a valuable defensive point to the enemy. You and your men shall be handsomely paid for your services. Provided, of course, that our territory survives unscathed. Best of luck, Lord Sigurd. Granville expects every man to do his duty. Alright, save progress. I'll save here. Ignore that name. I want to go over this chapter. Sorry, no. I will go over it in the next part for this game. Because I've gone on long enough. This game can go on for a bit, but if you know how to play the game, then it's not that bad. But anyway, yeah. So that'll be it for Genealogy of the Holy War. Lots of fun. Finding new ways to break the game. I'm glad I get to show it to people who might not have seen it before, or those who have played it before. I hope you enjoyed the way I played it. Probably not, but I mean, yeah, I had fun at least. But till next week, that'll be it for that game. I'm gonna be let's playing it regularly every week. And until then, have a good one, and be sure to tune in if you want to any of the other stuff I'm doing.